anxiety disorder, depressive tendencies, panic disorder, toxic stress, and burnout are all seen as problems that we need to fix and solve. We then spend a lifetime trying to fix ourselves, looking for help and support in all sorts of places. When we feel like we've tried everything and failed in all our attempts, we then start to resort to a myriad of coping techniques that try and keep that beast at bay. These techniques usually fit into one of four categories. Number one, busying. Busying ourselves with work or a never-ending to-do list and battling to get through each and every day. Number two, avoiding situations, tasks, people, places, feelings, thoughts, anything that could trigger you at any time. Number three, numbing ourselves from that emotional pain using addictive behaviours such as drugs, prescribed or not, alcohol, gaming, gambling, etc. And then number four, distracting ourselves with mind-numbing TV, social media scrolling, magazines, online gaming. So these are the four main methods that we use that I like to call weapons of mass distraction. Now these weapons of mass distraction become habitual in themselves, and we wind up feeling exhausted by the daily struggle to get through each day. And then of course then there is still no respite from the underlying feelings of not enoughness, of anxiety, of depression, of overwhelm, of burnout. Now, in a nutshell, by using these tools of mass distraction, what we're actually doing is inadvertently feeding our anxiety habit. And yes, I did say that anxiety is a habit. It's a habit that we have got into to avoid the pain and the pressure that we are under. Now, these may not be the words that you want to hear, but I'm going to say them anyway, because in the majority of cases, that is what is happening. So, who am I to be saying all this to you? My name is Jules Mitchell, and I am the director of a community interest company called the Big Happiness Experiment. And we're based in Aldridge, right here in Walsall. And we have just been awarded a grant from the Community Lottery Fund to launch our long-term solution for people in this community who are stuck in that quagmire of poor mental and emotional health. The name of our programme is Project Me, and you know, we are the new kid on the block. Our doors are now opening to anyone who is struggling with anxiety, depression, chronic stress, burnout, low levels of confidence, a lack of self-esteem, who may or may not have accessed or are still accessing services. As long as you are over 18, you qualify. You don't need to fit any criteria such as being unemployed, receiving treatment or support from other services. If you are stuck in mental and emotional distress and you live in Walsall and the surrounding areas, then we are here to help. So, Project Me, let's talk a little bit more about it. Project Me is unique. It is different in what we offer to our participants is a long-term experience of getting to know who they really are, which we know from our 15 years and more of supporting people on programs just like this. People just want to know who me is. I want to know who me is, because they've lost that identity. They've lost their true identity along the way because it's been buried underneath the pain and the pressure that they've been carrying for so long. We don't believe in just providing coping mechanisms, although, in the early days of the programme, we do provide an extensive toolkit, very hands-on, practical techniques that help you to feel more in control of yourself. What we believe is that every person should have more access to the science and education about your wonderful brain, learning about the complexities of your conscious and your subconscious mind that holds on to your beliefs and your habits that rule you on automatic pilot, and learning about the subtleties of your emotions and of course the intrinsic link between all of these. Project Me will be running 3 programs a year over the next 3 years, with our first group starting imminently this September. It's a group program that has individual support built into it, and each group will be made up of approximately 14 people at a time, alongside the weekly 2-hour sessions that will be taking place on a Wednesday morning inside the community hub within the coffee shop bang in the middle of town called The Table. There is also a substantial library of online classes, resources and a complete toolkit that accompanies the programme. So for every participant they get all of these additional online resources 24/7. Now this is a very personal programme. It was born of personal experience from both my husband Lee, who is the project manager of Project Me, and my own personal journey with poor mental and emotional health throughout both our lives, which of course has been greatly enriched over the last 15 years with the experiences of our now thousands of clients that we have helped and supported to get back to knowing who they really are and living a happy and fulfilled life. Of course, we'll be sharing lots more information, such as links to our website that we are working on at the moment, our blog, our newsletter, our social media pages. So as they are released, we will let you know about them. And of course, most importantly, the application process, how you actually go about applying to be a participant on Project Me. So for now, all that remains for me to say is thanks for sharing the last, 9-10 minutes with me. And I hope this video goes a little way in explaining the ethos behind this exciting new program that we have to offer. We are really, really excited to be finally delivering a program in our own community, on our own turf, after delivering things throughout the country for so many years. Thanks so much for watching once again, and I really hope that maybe one day we get to meet in person.